Hello again. The last trial for blasphemy in this country took place in 1977 and was instigated by Mary Whitehouse in a private prosecution against Gay News over a poem about Jesus, which offended her and she took to be blasphemous. Even then, though, there was something anachronistic and quaint about such a criminal case, and that was the last we saw of blasphemy in the courts. The offence of blasphemy was finally scrapped over 15 years ago. My own view on blasphemy is very simple. I actually find it offensive to hear people taking the Lord's name in vain and throwing around expressions such as "for God's sake" and so on. That is a personal view, though, and I certainly don't think it should be illegal for people to curse in this way. The onus is on me to give such folk a wide berth and not keep company with those who are speaking in such a fashion. The law has nothing to do with the case. It certainly should not be a criminal offence to speak of the deity in that way. If somebody wishes to blaspheme, curse the Lord, or set fire to the Bible or trample it underfoot, then I may raise my eyebrows or shake my head and privately dismiss them as barbarians, but I would not have them arrested for it. This used to be against the law, of course, but it's not anymore, and I'm glad of this. In 2011, 6 men were arrested in the north of England for setting fire to a copy of the Quran. The arrests were made under the Public Order Act 1986, which makes stirring up racial hatred an offence. You see the difficulty here. I can burn a Bible, and that's not likely to stir up racial hatred, but because the Quran is usually read by people with brown skins, if I do the same thing to a copy of the Quran, I damage it or set fire to it, my feet won't touch the ground. I have no desire, of course, to do either of these things, and I despise those who harm books in that way. But there is one rule for the Bible and another for the Quran. Other people who have set fire to copies of the Quran have been charged under the 2006 Racial and Religious Hatred Act. Others have been arrested and even sent to prison for comments about Islam made on Facebook or Twitter. Nobody has since 1977 been prosecuted for insulting Christianity or indeed any other religion other than Islam. Islam occupies a special place in religions in Britain as the only faith which the police will defend by arresting those who blaspheme against it. Again, let me make it clear that I personally respect Islam, just as I do Christianity and Judaism. But I do not think for a moment that people should not be able to mock or insult those religions. That one religion is elevated above all others and officially and legally treated as being a case apart seems to me to be plainly wrong. I detest the way that a nonsense word like Islamophobia is bandied around and used as a means to prevent criticism of this particular religion. Those ardent left-wingers who fought like the devil against Mary Whitehouse in her determination to see people prosecuted for blasphemy against Christianity have now switched sides entirely, and they've become the strongest supporters of the prosecution of people for blasphemy against Islam, which is supremely ironic.